This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
Hello, old Blue Nosies around the world. And yes, it's me. It's Wednesday and it's Watto. And yeah, I can't stop smiling. It's magnificent, isn't it? Um, I'm sure you've got a million tales to tell about um, Monday night. And it's now Wednesday, and I'm just about gone out of that euphoric state down to a more analytical uh, state where I want to pick apart what went on Monday night. The first thing that happened was um, this uh, this Hollywood story. I don't even know who these two blokes are. I never heard of them. And as far as me, I'd never heard of Deadpool till a week ago, and I assumed that it was something to do with the pond in Cannon Hill Park. Absolutely no idea. I mean, I used to love all that kind of stuff when I was 8. I learnt to read. Um, no, it's the, the footballing story of Exeter is an interesting one, and like most people, I've followed it. Um, and first thing they did, um, why they chose Wrexham, nobody can work out, but they did. And how did they get them out of the National League? Quite simple. They bought a Football League team, which was too good for that league, and it got them out quite comfortably. Even signed people like uh, Dan Foster got him out of retirement. A world class international keeper in the National League. I mean, what that all about? But can't knock it because let's face it, Birmingham City have done exactly the same thing in a higher division. Uh, they've put they've put together at least a championship challenging side to play in League One, and to be honest, that's the only way to do it. It's all right buying players that are better than the ones that we've got, and we've spent 10 years doing that. Um, Without really, it doesn't improve. You just get slightly better players than you used to have, and your results don't improve because everybody else is, doing the same thing basically. No, you have to buy players that are better than everybody else has got, and that's what Wrexham did in the National League and probably League One, and it's what we're doing now, and it's working. Um, I did I did I have to admit he's succumbed to all the propaganda, and and then before the match started on Monday night, I I watched the half where they were introducing the Wrexham players and the players were warming up, and I'm thinking, well, these are all old timers, So one stage they were okay. Um, and very experienced, and they're even more experienced now. So they're all pushing 30, if not more, and you can get away with that in the National League um, because they used to say the first 2 yards is in the head, and that. But when you get to the level where everybody else is quicker than you, I'm afraid it don't work. So I'm sort of sitting there thinking, well, these people, we shouldn't be any trouble to us. These people, you know. But to be fair, they've got a decent manager. He's done well in the past, and thinking, well, perhaps he's found a formula. He's fitted all these people in, like a jigsaw. It all fits into place, and but it took a lot of a lot of believing, and even when they went a goal up in the first 2 minutes with an error from our goalkeeper again. I'm sorry, but I'm beginning to worry about him. But hey, need no worries at all because after about 15 minutes with them dashing about trying to stop us doing everything, uh, they ran out of steam. That was 15 minutes, and we took over and we started playing football like we can. And the equalising goal came when Alfie May, God bless him, uh, pulled the trigger from outside the box. The goalkeeper made a save, but the ball came thundering out. Great pace to Jay Stansford, who smashed it back in the net before the goalkeeper could even move a muscle. It was a fine finish. Yes, you could say it was a tap in, but it came at him, and he reacted so much quicker than the two defenders. Burst between them, smashed it in the net, and the the relief from the capacity crowd was palpable, palpable, and it certainly was here. And I had a moment to myself where I screamed, "Yeah, get in!" Then, as I say, we took over from that point. We went in still 1-1, which flattered them a bit. But the second half, 52 and 54 minutes, I think it was, um, Cochrane put a cross in that was world class. It was wonderful to behold, and I've watched it two or three times before. I'm wondering why the 6'4" centre half um, couldn't get near it, and it dropped perfectly into the path of Jay Stanfield, who was running in behind him. The centre half completely lost him. Gets his head on it, pushes it in the far corner. The goalkeeper's stranded, and it's 2-1. And the writing's on the wall. You ain't coming back from this. The domination continued, and then again, a very much unsung hero, uh, Iwata. What a great name, Iwata. No relation to me. Uh, Picks up the ball, but strides forward and slams this left-footed shot into the bottom right-hand corner. Goalkeeper, no chance. And it's 3-1, and the crowd have gone berserk, and the domination is complete. I have to say about that the signing of Iwata actually, got under people. People didn't pick up on it, but this guy's a Japanese international. Well, played, in Champions League and various other things. He's top grade, and the press didn't catch on to it, but we have. He'll take some shifting. We've got some wonderful midfield players in our team, and they'll be sitting watching this bloke for a long time. I promise you. Um, so that was it. We had a stupid incident at the end where I got the impression, to be honest, that Wrexham were getting a bit frustrated because I think they thought we were taking the mickey a bit, passing the ball 20 passes at a time and them not getting the sniff. And I think they started to get a bit frustrated. And there was a clash between Cochrane and their guy. I finished up in a heap and they started a little bit of handbags. And then McLean, who's, we've known from the past, played for more clubs than that, and he's an obnoxious creature, gets involved, and then Bealey got involved, and suddenly there's 20 odd players in the huddle and the melee, and he books a couple of players, including Bealey, and then Bealey, silly man, uh, fouled somebody and got another card and was gone. Now, at that point, we're not going to take any risks, and we still dominated the ball. Um, but when they got it, we all funneled back, and 10 men chase them down and stop them playing basically. And we ran out comfortable winners. Now then, I'm just thinking to myself, if this is the best that this division has got to offer, when are they going to give us the accolades that we deserve? I mean, we got to accept that Wrexham are going to be in amongst the contenders for promotion, whatever, however old their players are. They're a decent team, but they ain't anywhere near us. Now, people trying to say that we're not favourites to go up, and we're in for the shock, and we're in for this and in for that. No, this was proof positive that we are the real deal. Now, moving on to Saturday, we take on Rotherham, who are one of the clubs that I nominated as being in contention, and they're the only ones of the clubs I nominated that aren't actually in contention, and they've had a bit of a mucky start. They will, they with their manager, Mr. Evans. I don't expect them to be lying down and watching us play. They'll have a go, and I suspect it will be similar to Monday night. We will have to if we can't get at them straight away, and they throw the ball in the box and charge and whatever, we got to stand up to that. And once they get tired after about 10 minutes of doing that, running around like mad, then we can take over and play our football again. But it's key. I mean, we can whether whoever's fault it was, doesn't matter. We keep conceding goals which require us to score at least two to win. Now we're averaging two per game at the moment. Uh, Rather unlike the old days when we were a one goal a game people, we do get twos and threes now. But there's going to be a day when the ball don't go in the net. You're thinking, now have you not scored and all the rest of it. And if you concede a goal, you put yourself under pressure to retrieve the situation. Now we did it magnificently on Monday night, and hopefully we'll do it again for the rest of the season. But life will become much, much more comfortable if we stop conceding silly goals. And we've got to put that right. We've got to put that right. Now, we will be without Bielik on Saturday because his sending's off. No doubt Billy Davis will take his place, who's a fine defender. The only thing he's not is he doesn't burst forward like Bielik and pass the ball to our wonderful midfield players. Apparently, Bielik made 110 passes on Monday night. 110. Now, we've had matches where the team hasn't made 110 passes, that he made 110 passes, and we're not going to have that. So we've got to work out another one. We'll play around and through these people, but we need a way for people to bring. And I think Clara will take that role, and leave Billy, to look after the stuff at the back. Again, who didn't play well on Monday, but I was outstandingly impressed by Clara, Cochrane, and Bielik himself until he was sent off. The two midfield players, Paig and Iwata, they are Premier League standard. Let's be perfectly truthful. Premier League standard. Up front, the two star goal scorers, Stanfield and Alfie May, they're still very, very good footballers, and will score plenty of goals between them. I think Alfie might sort of we was expecting to score 40 goals because he was a goal a game man. That won't happen because you can't all score the goals. And I can see something like a 25 for Stansfield and 15 for Alfie. Where before Stanfield scum, Alfie might have got the 25 himself. But hey, there's 40 goals before you start. Yeah. So let's not get worried. Um, and before I just checked on the who was on the bench on Monday night, or rather who wasn't. There were, other than the injured players, there were fit players uh, who didn't show it. I mean, Juki has got to be asking himself, when am I going to get? Because when am I going to get a run in this team? Because uh, Dykes is a very, very similar player, and he came on with 15 minutes ago, put himself about, did the hard yards and everything else, which we used to expect Juki to do. Well, we don't need him anymore. At least, no, that's not. I'll correct that. We won't need him at the moment. Who knows what who was next week? We could be desperate for him. But I'm just trying to show how good a squad we have. We could do with getting our injured players back, Laird and Sanderson particularly, um, because defenders get booked and defenders get hurt, and we're going to need them. Samstead uh, was left out. He was in the squad, but didn't get a game. We can put two sides out if we can, if we need to. But we've got to stop these silly goals being conceded because it'll bite us in the backside sooner or later. Because if you've won your previous 10 games, there's always somebody who's going to stop a run, uh, and the chances are, if you give them a start, they'll hang on to it. Now then, I'm just going to wish you all a great week. God bless you all, and keep right on.